What's up, world? This is your guy, Guitar K, and today's video is called Learn to Let Them. Look, man, as much as I would love for it to be, I have to realize that it is not my job to change or to control people. I hate when I see people going down the wrong path. I hate when I see people making the same mistakes that I made. And I hate the word selfish. And I really think that it's selfish for me to keep back to myself when I see somebody making a mistake. When I see somebody going down the wrong path. When I see somebody making the same mistakes that I made. I think that is selfish. But I have to learn to understand the principle in it. You know, that there's nothing wrong with caring for people. But when caring for people causes conflict and arguments and fights, I have to learn to let them be. And it's painful, you know, and exhausting trying to help somebody who constantly resists said help. I love to help people. I love to carry people. However, I'm coming to realize that it's pointless to try to carry someone who don't want to be carried. You know, look, when a man or woman is satisfied with what they are doing, even if what they are doing is going nowhere fast, I got to learn to let them, man. I got to learn to let them. Look, when you stop trying to, carry things that's not meant for you to carry, when, you feel better, you feel lighter, and it's sad to say, because I feel better when I'm helping somebody. I feel better when I'm uplifting people. But when you're trying to uplift somebody that ain't trying to lift with you, it feels better when you let that person go, man. They fighting against you. You ever seen any movie like about the Coast Guard or a lifeguard? When you're trying to save a drowning person and they're fighting against you, they tell you, look, you got to knock that person out in order to help save them. Some people don't even realize that they need to be saved. If you ever read, let's just say like the story of Moses, when he come to save the people from Egypt, some of the people don't even know that they're in bondage. They think that it's better to be a slave, better to be, caught up in whatever they caught up into than to step out of it. It could be because they scared to try something different. It could be because they so comfortable in their predicament. Look, I don't know what the reason is, but some people would rather be stuck in their mess than to even try to fight their way out of it, man. And sometimes, you got to let them be. I guess, the old folks would call it tough love, but you have to learn to let them be, man. Look, you can't keep fighting fights that's not yours. You can't want it more than the person want it for themselves. Now, when a person do want it and they working with you, and it's a beautiful thing, man. But when they not, I have to learn to let them be. I have to learn, man. I got to help people who want to change, help people who want to grow, help people who want to do better. Some people say that they do, but their actions and their behaviors, it tells a whole different story. Their actions and behaviors say, hey, I don't want to change. I don't want to learn anything new. I want to stay where I'm at. Sometimes you got to let those people learn the hard way. Like I said, tough love. So I got to let them, man. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. I'm sorry. Sometimes you got to let them be thirsty. You got to let them get so thirsty that they crying out to you when it's time to get them a drink, man. And if that horse stays thirsty longer enough, hopefully they will reach out to get a drink before they die from thirst. And it's not because you're okay with it. It's not that you have to even accept it. Just got to turn away from it, man. Don't waste your time trying to convince somebody to be wise, trying to convince somebody to use wisdom. Because at the end of the day, I got things to do. I got places to be and places to go and people to see, I could be trying to lift up somebody that's trying to go somewhere, somebody that's trying to do some things. So if you're not, I don't know what to tell you. Don't get dragged down by the very person that you're trying to lift up, man. And if they are choosing to stay stuck, You gotta let them. You gotta let them. You gotta let them. You know, you got, and this is for the sake of your own growth. This is for the sake of your own mental health, for the sake of your own sanity. Sometimes, because sometimes you try to help somebody, and they call it like an asshole. You know, like an asshole. Like they ask you for advice, they ask you to help them, but when you don't tell them exactly what they want to hear, they get an attitude with you, man. So look, man, we gotta learn to let them, man. Let them talk. Let them be phony. Let them fuss. Let them fight. Let them walk. You know, look, let them complain. Let them make excuses. Let them look. Let them drown. Let them do what they want to do so that you can focus on you. Focus on becoming. Focus on becoming the person that you want to be. Stop loving people that don't love you back. You know, stop carrying people that don't want to be carried. Stop carrying what is not yours. Stop fighting battles that is not your battle to fight. Look, man, life is going life. People is going people. We just got to learn to let them. This is your guy, Guitar K. Be more